Screen share. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. My name is Nimra Shamas from BSBC. Today, the topic of my presentation is pesticide and anti-pest management. Contents. Before discussing the topic, we have to get information about the content of the pesticide and integrated pest management. Contents are pest, types of pest, effects of pest, control of pest. It's mean methods to control of pest, pesticide, classes of pesticide, impacts of pesticide, and advantages and disadvantages of pesticide. Next. So, before discussing pesticide, we have to get information about pests. Pests are damage-causing organism. Actually, pests are the living organism. These are the damage-causing living organism. Pest may be an animal, may be an plant. So, pest may be animal or plant which has harmful effect on human being. It means that pest has harmful effect on humans, human concerns. Pests are directly, indirectly affect humans, like human concerns, like livestock. Okay, their food, their living condition. Pest is a general used to describe any living organism that is to human health. It means that pest is damaging to environment, damaging to human. Okay, examples of pests. There are many examples of pests like microorganisms, including insect, bacteria, fungi, algae, and other like mice, rodents. These harmful to plant and their growth and their production. Next, type of pest. So there are two type of pest. Pests can be classified as animal pest and plant pest. Animal pests are further classified as the rodent and insect. So what are rodents? Rodents are actually the rodents are actually the rats, which are mice. Okay, these are damaging to human life and human growth. Okay, and human development. So these are very harmful to human life and harmful effects on human. So second is insect. Insect, biting insect and sucking insect. Biting insect means which bite the part of a plant. Okay, which bite the part of a plant with the help of the strong mandible and maxilla. Both are mouth parts. So second is the sucking insect, which suck the part of a plant. It's withdraw the sap with the help of a pointed sharp jaws. Okay, they are sucking the part of a plant. So animal pest may be rodent and insect. There are two classifications. And next is the plant pest. Plant pest, weeds, microbes, and fungi. What are weeds actually? Weeds are the unwanted variable plants uh, which resist the growth of a crop. So microbes is the microorganism like bacteria which resist the plant's growth, and fungi like the late blight of potato is caused by fungi. So both things are harmful to pests and which directly affect the human life. So pests are animal and maybe plant. Okay, both are harmful to human life. Next, plant disease. So plant disease, we now discuss about plant. Plant is the most important part of nature and most important part of our life. We get most of our nutritional value from plant. Plant have many ecological importance. We get most of nutritional value like carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, and from other like lipid. We get most of our nutritional value from plant. These are very important for our growth and for our production, for our development. So if plant is not prospering, is not developing, is not functioning properly in a manner way, it is expected that plant is diseased. So plants are most important. We have to get benefit from these plant. Okay, pathogen is always associated with a disease. We know that pathos means disease, so pathogen is always associated with a disease. Plant disease may be caused by living, may be caused by non-living, and may be caused by in between living and non-living. Okay, next slide please. So causes of plant disease. Causes of plant disease, there are three causes of plant disease: biotic, abiotic, and mesobiotic. Okay, what are biotic? Disease caused by the living organism are called biotic. For example, disease caused by the microorganism, fungi, protozoa, algae, are the biotic disease. Okay, these are the biotic types like the true bacteria, gram bacteria are the biotic. Yani disease caused by pest, disease caused to pest are biotic, and abiotic are the disease caused by the nutritional values, by the temperature, by the oxygen, by the temperature relation, by the soil condition, by the moisture. So these are abiotic because of the nutritional value. And second is the mesobiotic. Mesobiotic are caused which are not living, not non-living. They are in between living and non-living. These are because of viruses and viroids. Next slide. Next slide. So abiotic factors. Now discuss detail abiotic, biotic, and mesobiotic. What are abiotic factors? Abiotic factors, these indicate mainly because of the deficiencies and excess of nutrient. This because of the deficiency of magnesium, deficiency of calcium, excess of calcium. Okay, these are because of nutritional value. So this is because of the light, moisture, temperature, and atmospheric condition. Examples of abiotic disease are the black heart of potato. This is the major example of the abiotic disease. We know that a black heart of potato, this is because of the temperature relation. Okay, this is because of the temperature relation, like the oxygen relation. This is because of high temperature. When temperature become high above 90 Fahrenheit, this causes the black heart of potato. Black heart of potato is found inside there, not outside. It is inside, black, rusty color, farmed inside the potato. Okay, this is the black heart of potato. Next slide. Uh, biotic factors. We now discuss biotic factor. Biotic factors, this category include the disease caused by living or cellular organism. It means that the disease caused by living organism like fungi, algae, protozoa. We know that a biotic is because of the living organism, like fungi. Fungi mean the disease caused by fungi is the laid blight of potato, and disease caused by algae like the algae bloom, upper layer of water, and other crops. So these diseases are because of the living organism. Next slide. Next slide. Mesobiotic. Mesobiotic factor, these disease incidents which are neither living or nor non-living. Okay, these are in between living and non-living. These are considered to be on threshold of life. Okay, these are not living, not non-living. These in between living and non. For example, viroid, PSTVD. Before discussing PSTVD, we have to get information viroid. What are viroid? Viroid are single standard circular RNA which infect the part of a plant and transmit the disease. So PSTVD is potato, spin, tuber, viroid. We now discuss that the circular shape of the potato, and then the spindle shape of potato. So viroid is because of the spindle shape of potato. So this is the viroid disease, PSTVD. Next slide. Pest and disease impact on agriculture. We discussed that, but pests are very harmful to human life, is very harmful to environmental life. So disease impact on agriculture. What are the disease impact on agriculture? First, main important and most important point of resulting foods, late blight of potato. There's a great history behind this late blight of potato. Blight of potato is caused by the Phytophthora infestan. What a Phytophthora? Phytophthora infestan is a fungus. So late blight of potato is caused by the fungus Phytophthora infestan. This disease destroy the crop of the Ireland. We know that potato is the staple diet of the Ireland people. So many people starve to death because of this late blight of potato disease, and large amount of people, large mass of migration people migrate to other countries. Okay, migrate to other countries as the United States. So there's a large damage to people in the Ireland because of this late blight of potato. Next slide. Change the food habit of the population. We trust. How change the food habit of the population because of this disease, because of the pest? We trust. What are the rust actually? Rusting of wheat. What are the rust actually? Rust are yellow spots on the leaf or on the wheat, upper layer of the wheat. Okay, these are the orange. This is the another disease that appear in epidemic time to time in many countries. This disease has forced the farmer in the many part of the world to change the cropping pattern. Why to change the cropping pattern? Because of this food habit. Wheat has been replaced, but then wheat has been replaced by corn array because it was regularly destroyed by rust. We know that a wheat is the important diet. So because of the damage of the wheat, because of the rusting of wheat has been replaced by corn and caused the change of the food habit of the population. Next slide. Loss of economic returns. Loss of economic returns. This means that economic level low down because of the pest attack on crop. attack crop, this cause very damaging to environment and very damaging to economic level. So in India, when rust has been considered to cause loss over 400 million, and this caused the loss of 400, but in the epidemic year, this caused the loss of 500 millions or more. These are disease that cause the wheat and barley. There's a life cycle behind this. Okay, disease of wheat and barley lost the 500 million every year. Next slide. Manage the whole cultivation. Manage the whole cultivation, destroy the cultivation process, destroy the crop completely. So cultivation process is destroyed. In the middle of the 19th century, coffee and tea equally consumed in England because these were available in plenty. From such occupied as India and Sri Lanka and Malaysia. You know that coffee was equally consumed in England. So when coffee rust attacked plantation, people are used to take tea. So when the coffee rust attacked the plantation in Sri Lanka, next slide, reduction of yield. When the coffee attacked, this caused the reduce of the cultivation process, and this caused the tea to develop in England. So people then become used to take tea. So reduction of yield. Reduction of yield. What is the reduction of yield? When crops attacked, they low down the nutritional value, they low down the economic level. So this caused the reduction of yield. You know, valley yellow coconut leaf wilt disease is the WCLWD. Okay, this is the valley yellow coconut leaf wilt transmitted by insect. When insect inject the part of a tree and move into another part of a tree, this is the transmission, and this causes spreadness of the crop. Okay, this is a silent killer. It has been attacking coconut tree in several areas in south for the last 4 years. Rice blast is also major example of the rice. So these cause main purpose to show that these cause the reduction of a yield and reduction of a crop's value and economic value. Next slide. Next slide. Reduction of, this is the most important point, reduction of a nutritional value of our crops. You know that a nutritional value is most important for our health, like the carbohydrate, like the lipid, like the protein, like the many other things which are important for our life. So these have important profit in our life. Nutritional value, we can get benefit crop so these nutritional value. Okay, papaya ring spot is caused by papaya ring spot by severely limiting the potential value and limiting the nutritional value. We know that there are many symptoms of showing the crops as a disease, and vein clearing of younger leaf, prominent yellow mottling of the leaf, and this consists circular seed marketing. Later, these marketing may gray and crusty in texture, so there is a reduce of fruit certain quality, especially flavor is adapted. So anthracnose caused by the fungus. So these are the disease which reduce the nutritional value. Reduction of nutritional value. Symptoms of reduction of nutritional value are the brown to black fruit. These reduce the fruits quality, and premature ripening, and orange salmon color because of a huge amount of a nutrient and consumers. Next slide. So these are overall introduction of a nutritional value and the reduction of a nutritional value. Next slide. Reduction of aesthetic value. Aesthetic is the economical value of crop. So this value same. And then the pesticide. What is the pesticide? Pesticide is any chemical which is used by man to control pest. Okay, pesticide are the chemical method to control pest. Chemical method to kill insect, animal pest maybe, or maybe plant pest. We use pesticide to kill insect pest and we get benefit from the crop. So these are the pesticides which are used to save our environment, which are used to clean our and clean the crop so that we get benefit from the crops. Next slide. List of pesticides. There are many pesticides shown here, like the algaecide, avicide, fungicide, herbicide to kill algae bacteria. Okay, the specific name to kill these. Slimicide are used to kill slimes, and molluscicide are used to kill mollusca. So these are the list of the pesticides that are used to kill specific pest. Okay, these are the pesticides used to kill specific pest. Next slide. Next slide. We discussed some pesticide are here. There are classification of some pesticide here, like the insecticide. Insecticides are the chemical to control insectal method to control control insect by killing them or by preventing them from engaging in undesirable condition of behavior. Some properties of ideal insecticides are basically used to kill insects. There are many types, like the locusts, like the many type of insect. Properties of ideal insecticide: it should be freely in available in market, it should be toxic to kill the pest, okay, it should be less harmful to human beings and environment and animals, it should not be toxic to non-targeted animals, it should be not toxic to non-targeted, mean that it should be toxic only targeting animal. How insecticide kill insect? How insecticide kill insect? Insecticide is a chemical method to control insects. So insecticide kill insect. They eat the plant and inject the insecticide chemical, like the organochloride compound, work on the insect by opening the sodium chloride channel in the nerve cells. So this destroy the insect by opening the sodium chloride, sodium ion channel in the neuron or nerve cell of insect, causing them to fire spontaneously. The insect will go to sepsis and eventually die. So this causes the destruction of an insect by using an insecticide. This is the method to kill insect. Right? Algaecide. Second is the classification is the algaecide. Algaecide, proper method used to kill algae. We kill algae in the crops and also in the water. We have seen that algae bloom farmed on water. You know, this farmed in lakes, canal pools, and water tanks. This cause the light penetration level low. Okay, this cause the low oxygen level and photosynthetic rate. This cause the depletion of oxygen. So because of this depletion of oxygen, sunlight cannot pass in water and organism aqueous environment will die. So algaecides are the chemical used to kill algae either in crops and either in waters and river. Okay, next slide. Rodenticide, this is also most important, used to kill rodents like rats. Okay, they classified as single dose rodenticide and multiple dose. This is the most important classification: single dose rodenticide. Single dose rodenticide, like the barium carbonate and zinc phosphide, they kill the rat after single ingestion, and they kill the rat after single digestion. Okay, single dose is also as a single digestion. Okay, multiple dose rodenticide like the warfarin, pindone, and dioxin, these kill the rat after repeated ingestion for the 3 or more. These are not single ingestion, these are 3 or more days ingestion. So because of this, rats die. Okay, single dose and multiple dose are different by their doses. Okay, because of the ingestion. Rodenticide classification note. Important note is that barium carbonate and zinc phosphide are the effective rat poison because they kill insect in only one ingestion. But other rat eat this poison and die in 2 to 24 hours. But other multiple dose pendones are anticoagulant, and these produce internal hemoglobin and cause death of rat in 4 to 10 days because they are less effective. So rats die in 4 to 10 days. Next slide. Herbicides. Herbicide is a pesticide used to kill unwanted plants. Herbicide is used to kill unwanted plants. Classification like selectively and non-selectively. Selectively is used to kill selectively plant, like this selective herbs. Selectively herbicide destroy the certain plants as the work and process that happen in those plants only. The herbicides that can be used in your lawn to destroy grass are broadly weeds. So these are selectively used to kill herbs. Next slide. Non-selectively they will destroy any plant as the work on process that happen in all present plant. So they are not selective used to get rid of herb. They are used in all plants. Okay, not selective. They can also be used to clear industrial sites, not specific in acting against a certain plant. Okay, this is the major point. Not selectively acting against certain plant, it destroy all plant. Biopesticide are the certain type of pesticide derived from natural environment. Okay, biopesticide, bio mean life. So pesticide are chemicals used to kill life. These are the biopesticide evolved from natural environment, natural things like animal, plant, bacteria, and certain. Example, the canola oil and baking soda is used to kill some pesticide and have applications, and used to kill some pesticide pests used to kill. So these are biopesticides, soda, baking soda. So biocide is a type of a biocide is used to kill bacteria. It's used to control pests. And next is fungicide. Fungicide, a chemical substance used to kill fungus or prevent it from growing. So fungicide is used to kill fungus. Like fungus is present on the leaves. This called reduction of the nutritional value. So this causes the low down of the fungus used to kill the fungus. Natural fungicides mixing. How to make natural fungicide? This is the most important. Fungicide is the most important step. Mixing baking soda with the water. About 4 tablespoons to 1 gallon of water. This causes the reduction of the fungicide. Okay. Neem oil properties, second properties in the vegetable garden as both as pesticide and fungicide. It works on the arthropods, pests that often eat your vegetables, including tomato. This causes the destruction of the pests, destruction of the fungicide. Okay, so these are used to kill fungi. And next slide. So farmer use fungicide. How farmer use fungicide? Farmer use fungicide to kill or prevent the growth of fungi. They can also use to control fungi that damage the plant, including rust and blight. Most of them damage the fungus cell membrane by interfering with energy production. When they interfere with the energy production of this causes destruction of the fungi. Next slide. Advantages, there are some advantages of using pesticide and there are some disadvantages. So first of all, we'll discuss advantages of using pesticide. Because of using pesticide, we get more plentiful food, more food supply. Food supply is plentiful. Okay, by using pesticide, we can get rid of pest, eradication of pest. So because of using pesticide, lower cost will be lower, increase the food production and fertility increase, and the production of environment increase, low risk of disease. So this causes a low risk of disease in human by using pesticide to kill pests. Next slide. Disadvantages of pesticide. There are many disadvantages of pesticide because pesticides are the chemicals. So chemicals are very harmful to human life. So they cause the environmental threat. Number of crop pollinator decrease. What is a crop pollination? Crop pollination is the transfer of a pollen. This is actually the formation of a seed, healthy seed. So number of a crop pollinator decline. This causes the reduction of yield. So it causes food poisoning because the chemical present in food. So this causes the food poisoning, bioaccumulation. These are some disadvantages that have harmful effect. Okay, next slide. Integrated pest management. Integrated pest management. What are integrated pest management? These are some techniques, these are some methods used to kill insects. A pest management philosophy that utilize all suitable pest management techniques and methods to keep pest population below economically injurious level. Each pest management techniques must be environmentally sound and compatible with the producer objective. So integrated pest management used to kill insect by sound way, and there are many techniques and methods to control insects. So it is the integrated pest management. There are some integrated pest management tactics like we use pesticide, cultural, mechanical, sanitary, and natural biological host plant resistant method to kill insect. Next slide. Next slide. Uh, So pesticide. Pesticide is a chemical method to control pests. Pesticides are used when there is a risk of environmental damage or when the benefits outweigh the risk. Okay. So these pesticides are the chemical methods to control pests. Like the insecticide are used to kill insects. It is a chemical method to control insect. Okay. Herbicide are used to chemical method to control herbs. And then biopesticide are the natural method to control biopesticides. So cultural control. Cultural control are the agronomic practices that are designed to optimize the growing condition of the crop. Anything that process in crop competitive edge will result in increased tolerance level of the pest, often resulting in reduced pesticide, creating unfavorable conditions. So it is a cultural method of control pest. Okay, unfavorable condition of pest. Next slide. Mechanical control. Mechanical use of machinery. Physical tools are used to control pests, like the physical barriers are used to control tillage, are used to control pest direct removal or killing of a pest. There are other methods like the hand picking. Hand picking are those insects which cannot fly, or there are method to control them by hand picking. Tilling, these cannot crawling, these only fly. Trapping, these fly. Other methods used to burn the insect. Okay, they are not hand picking method in trapping. Okay, trapping are used to kill insect by burning. Sanitary control methods to placing a pest into field, like the cleaning field, planting certified seeds, and quarantine. These are sanitary methods. Sanitation methods are controlled to shelter water, destroy infected crop residues. So manage manure, reduce the wastage. So these are sanitary methods. Next slide. Natural control enhancement, natural control, not chemical method, will very improveful to human health. Okay, like this selection of crop would be very fertility soil, like the land preparation and the watering the plant. These are the natural method to control pests. They are less expensive and very beneficial to human health, so prefer to use natural method instead of the chemical method. Another biological control, manipulation of biological organisms to control pests. Like in this method we use the biological methods in greenhouse, but some of the biological, especially the pathogenic nematodes, can also be used out of doors. So these are some methods to control insect, introducing various predatory insect. These are biological methods. Host plant resistance. Host plant resistance is the resistance those characters enable a plant to avoid, tolerate, from the attack of insect. So these are some method. These cause the plant to resistance, to enable to cope with the insect. Okay, these are some resistance method to save the plant. Okay, those heritable characters possessed by plant which influence the ultimate degree of damage done by insects. Some plants which cause resist the insect, resist the pest. Okay, so these are host plant resistance. Next, these are references. Okay, so this is my topic. Thank you so much.